scallop texture is amazing, but it's a bit one-dimensional, and I found that most chefs just sear them. And that's pretty amazing, but I did a lot of thinking about how could I add another texture to scallops, a texture that is new, unknown, and as well as seafood. So I did not want another soft texture on them, so scallop mousse was out of the picture. There was no option. So I was looking deeper and deeper and deeper. I was looking for something chewy and bitey, as well as it should be really, really complementary in flavor. So basically I needed another seafood, because the bacon and the pork thing is done to a lot. But I wanted something that's punchy, but not overpowering. So I thought of calamari mousse, because I love calamari too. So scallops and calamari, it's a pretty good combination. But I wanted to put those things together in an unknown way. So I found something that was good, but I think it needed something else. I had so much fun making this scallops creation, and I hope you like it too. So let's get into it. So first we need to make the calamari or squid or cuttlefish, that's what you could use for that thing, the skin. You know, we need to make the skin for the scallops. Blend it as fine as you can. So you need quite a strong blender, and keep doing that like for 4, 5, 6 minutes. Until you literally feel it's like the whole thing is just basically collapsed and become a mush. That's what I want. And then obviously I need to put it through a strainer, because there might be still some bits in it. Those bits you do not throw out, you can just fry them off. That's pretty amazing. I mean, it's calamari. What do you worry about? So the next thing is take that mousse. So you could go two ways. You could leave it white, you could flavor it with other things, and just put that on a silicone mat and could cook it that way. But I want to go a step further. I'm gonna add my ink to it. So just mix enough ink to it that it's really, really black. So all I have in there is just calamari and ink. There's nothing else in it. I spread that out sort of like a millimeter thick. Don't have it too thin, because you do not want to have the scallops shining through. Into the oven for around 30 to 45 minutes. And that gives me the time to do something amazing to my scallops, because today that dish for me is all about textures. Textures and straightforward, simple flavors. So just get some really fat, big scallops, and then you just cut them sort of a bit open, like you create some pockets, and in there you're gonna stick a truffle. So the truffles I use are Umbrian truffles, or sort of summer truffles you call them. They're not that overly powerful, but they have quite a nice aroma, which will just go really, really nicely with that ink. So set them aside. While we're gonna add another texture to that dish, which is spinach. So I just have some boiling hot water, just take some spinach, and I literally just push that spinach in. I don't have to boil it again. I just want to wilt the spinach. I want the spinach to be chewy too. Then put it in cold water to stop them from discoloring. Take it out, gently squeeze out the water, and then I will show you how to put the first wrapping onto the scallops. So can you see what's going on my scallops? I have the truffles, I have the slightly chewy spinach, and then I have the probably even a bit chewier, but really flavorsome ink skin. So then take the scallops and dry the spinach leaves off really, really well on some kitchen paper, because you want to keep that all as dry as you can, and then just wrap it in a leaf of spinach. It looks pretty amazing, isn't it? That could be a dish by itself, but hey, we're not gonna stop here. We're gonna go a step further. So dry the spinach, make sure it's super dry, wrap the scallop in it, and then you can set them aside, put them in the fridge until you're ready to wrap them in the calamari or ink skin. Okay, so it looks good. I used to do a dish like that, and I just basically steamed them like that, and I put some caviar on the top. It's pretty nice too, but you can always do better, so that's what I'm trying to do today. So just take out the calamari skin, okay, and then just place your scallop on it. So you will find that that skin is very fragile, so don't think it's hard or anything. So you have to be really careful. It really breaks up quite easily, so that you be really careful when you wrap it. it is flexible, but it's not something where just can pull it off the sheet, okay? So then just rub that around. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Oh, that's my squid ink scallop. And then I'll wrap that in a little bit of Glad Wrap because I need to make sure that this ink layer actually attaches itself nicely to the scallop during cooking, and it will, because I have a bit of water in the spinach still left, and that will be just the glue that I need, and it will be all become one. It's pretty amazing. When I did that dish, I was actually surprised how nicely the ink layer attaches itself to the scallop through the spinach. You can see the spinach is still a bit wet. So then into the steamer, 70 degrees to 75 degrees maximum. You leave it on that heat for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you turn the heat off. And you leave it in the steamer for 4 to 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna make some leek mash. Now I have a separate video on mashed potatoes, and please watch that, because I never ever boil my potatoes. I only ever steam them, because there's a huge story to it, a huge story. So then I take the green parts of the leek. I always have people asking my cooking school now, well, what do we do with the leek green, you know? People just tell you put it in stock. I mean, how much stock do you really make at home? So I love the green of leek. It has a really good flavor. I put it to vegetable purées. I turn it into sauces. I add it to my mash. So all I do here, I basically mash those potatoes through a sieve, and you need to do that 1, 2, 3 times if you want to have top-end mash. Can you see? It's quite porous now. When I put it through the second time, it's going to be much finer. Till I put it through the third time, like the great Robuchon used to do it, then you have super, super creamy mashed potatoes. Now the leek and the parsley only steams for the 2 to 3 minutes. Here we go, there's my mashed potatoes. I take it out, I put it in a cup, I blend it all up to really fine puree. There's now 2 ways for you to go. You could blend it super fine and just put the puree through, or you can puree it really chunky, and because my dish isn't all about textures today, I will leave it quite chunky. And here we go, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, a lot of butter of course, but that's the story of another video. And I still have the leftover from my calamari, you know, the tentacles. I didn't put them in there because they would have discolored my mousse in case I want to keep it white. So I'm going to take them and put them onto my scallops as a little garnish. I pan fry them in a little bit of butter, just for a few seconds. Okay, so you can see my scallops are really, really ready now. There's not too much heat in that basket, as you can see, not too much steam. I just want to warm them through. Scallops are not designed for fully cooking, so you just want to warm them. So now, mashed leek goes onto the plate. Oh, I just love it, looks so good. And then place a scallop on it. I cut the scallops in half, of course, as you can see. And you can see they're still really glossy, not overcooked, not milky white. And that's what you want. Here we go. That is my scallops on leek mash. But I'm not finished here yet, so I put the calamari. Remember, we cooked them off in butter, so put it on top of it too. Next. Oh, I'm still not done. Bit of chervil, I love chervil. Bit of chive tips, I love chive tips. And then some sauce. I just made some simple velouté. Bit of some white wine or champagne. It doesn't need much. There's so much flavor going on. Some truffles, of course. And here we go. These are my scallops wrapped in a layer of calamari ink. And I love that dish. Now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please check out my video on fish ballotine to see scallops in another way. And I look forward to seeing you at one of my other videos. Thank you.